A couple months ago, I was reading Make Magazine. I love Make Magazine. It's to the DIY movement what Rolling Stone was to music back in the 60s and 70s. It is the home for makers, DIY. I mean, it's the namesake for makers. People who get together, hack up old equipment and repurpose it. So that reduce, reuse, recycle, well, add the fourth one, repurpose. One thing that I loved about this issue, it featured the Power Racing Series, what I call the Power Wheels League. A bunch of men, women, students, makers who get their childhood toy, the Power Wheels, and modify it to now carry full-grown adult humans. Now what's really cool about Jim gave them a $500 limit, 36-volt limit, and these drivers get 15, 25 laps, even a 75-minute endurance race in the parking lot outside the Henry Ford Museum. My favorite question to ask, why?
Why is a pretty good question. It's a great question with the worst answer ever, because it's usually why not. The perception engineering is this dull, boring, lonely nerd kind of like complex. Through our maker communities that we have available, we are building the image that this is engineering. This is engineering at the base level. It's cheap. You can do this in your garage. And the most important part, it's fun, it's silly, and it's whatever you want within certain base rules. We make a few rules about the voltage and the amount of money you can spend, and we let the creativity go wild. Little kids, like 4-year-old, 5-year-old kids who are in the audience, get that impression. Impressions mean everything. So when you're telling a kid, this is what engineering is, as opposed to this thick textbook. That's important engineering in that thick textbook, but you don't sell engineering to a young kid by a textbook. You just say, look at all the cool things you can do. Isn't that great?
We originally made the 12-hour drive from Atlanta for the entertainment of adults riding in undersized race cars, and then to see the wonder of the Henry Ford Museum in Dearborn, Michigan. What really happened? I was inspired when I saw a field of engineers, electricians, artists, designers, teachers, and makers passing the enthusiasm and passion they have for their crafts down to the next generation of makers.